This video is sponsored by Surfshark. Stay tuned till later in the video for all the details.
I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
Today we are going to be talking about why everyone is coming to and moving to Las Terrenas.
If you didn't give it away, we are currently in Las Terrenas. We are back here again. We're going to be here for a few weeks. Starting things off, place we've been to before, it's called Playa Bonita. So the focus of today's video is going to be why this area is oh so popular. Why is everyone coming here? What's so appealing about it? We're going to talk about beaches, water sports, restaurants, realty, and what you can buy here and what you can rent.
These beaches in Las Terrenas, you just can't beat them. Take a look behind me. The DR, specifically Samana. The beaches here are so very different. The color is completely different from Cabarete, which is where we have been living for most of the last few months. But Playa Bonita is the surfing beach. This is the wavy beach. You can swim in different points of it, but you'll see a lot of surfers around here, and this is one of the only beaches that happens in. All right, it's time to test out that water. How is it?
I would say it's on the refreshing side, so it's definitely not cold, but it's not bath water either. But it'll cool you off on a hot day.
Definitely refreshing. Look at that. So you can see some of those waves I was just talking about.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to go swimming right here.
Yeah, I know. There are surfers and swimmers way over there. The homes and rentals on this beach are just incredible. Can you imagine living in one of these and just steps away from this beach?
Well, yes, I can.
I can too, I guess.
Yeah. By the way, this is totally off topic, but we're still on our way to 100K. We haven't reached it yet. You guys tired of us talking about it, of hearing about it in every video? We're so excited to reach it, but it's taken a little while.
Okay, so by 100K, I'm just going to point it out, 100,000 subscribers. So if you guys are watching and you haven't clicked the little red button below, it's the subscribe button. Yeah. Please do that. It's free and it will allow you to follow along on our adventures. You'll never miss a video, and it helps us out.
Check this out. There's actually a river that goes into the water over here. Oddly enough, we've never walked down this far, and it's oh so pretty. The first time we were ever at Playa Bonita, we just were basically in the area we were just where all the waves are, and I mean, it's a beautiful beach, but we were trying to figure out why everyone says it's their favorite beach. We will later go down to the other side because it's absolutely gorgeous down that way, but it's really beautiful right here too.
This is so neat. I had to walk back here a little bit to show you. So jungle, that's the jungle right there. And you can see the river, and it's kind of brown, but then it slowly turns into, well, it merges with the ocean. Wow, this is such a neat area of this beach. It's very calm here. Well, you want to know why people come to Las Terrenas? It's things like this. There's just little corners on all of the beaches that have this kind of rock. See Anna over there? It's absolutely breathtaking just walking around here. And you can probably tell there's not a whole lot of people here. It's kind of just us at the moment. So throughout this video, we're going to clearly be talking about how amazing the beaches are. But if lying on the beach is not your thing, don't worry. There are water sports here as well in the main part of town, which we will be going to later on in the video. You'll see some kite surfing, not as much as Cabarete, but you will see some kite surfing. And here at this beach at Playa Bonita, you'll see some actual surfing, and I think I might see some people out there now. There's not a whole lot of them, but it's just cool that you can actually do that while you're here. What are you looking for down here?
You know, that thing that we talked about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, we talked about it the other day.
What thing?
You know, that thing that's sponsoring this week's video, I think it's like a shark that surfs or something like that. I
think it's official, Anna, you're a little bit confused.
Clearly.
So Surfshark is the sponsor of today's video, but they're a VPN. They don't surf in the ocean on surfboards.
Oh, okay.
So what is a VPN? A virtual private network. A VPN essentially encrypts all information being sent between your device and the internet, keeping your data, files, and personal information safe and protected from big companies and cyber criminals. A VPN also swaps the real location of your device with the new one, meaning it changes your IP address. It allows you to virtually change your location to different countries across the globe.
So that's the more technical stuff. It's what's happening behind the scenes when you turn on your VPN. However, using a VPN actually has some cool benefits. By changing your virtual location, you can trick certain websites into thinking you're in a different location. This means you can access streaming content that might not be available in your current country. Switch the country and you'll get access to new libraries and content available in other countries. Because we're currently in the Dominican Republic, we don't have access to the same content on Netflix that we do in Canada. And Canada has different content than in the US. Because by switching our location, we can gain access to new libraries from loads of different locations.
Also, did you know that airlines and hotels sometimes switch their prices based on your location? Or they might know that you've been looking up a flight a number of times and hike the price for you because of that. By turning on that VPN and switching locations, it can potentially give you access to better prices for both hotels and flights. You shouldn't be using the internet without a VPN.
You're gonna find the link for Surfshark in the description below. Also use the code DELIGHTFUL to get 83% off and an extra 3 months for free.
Surfshark also offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk at all to try it out. And also, a big thanks to Surfshark for sponsoring this video and supporting creators like us. Well, believe it or not, this beach is the same beach we were just on. Look at the water here, it's much more calm. So we're kind of on, I guess, like the west side of Playa Bonita.
Yeah, I think this is actually Punta Bonita. So as we already said, we did film another video where we went up to Playa Bonita in the area we were just in. And then we kind of walked along the boardwalk and ended at this hotel because it looked like it was kind of the end of the line.
That looked
they
like
couldn't
the
go
end.
any further. But a bunch of people then like contacted us, emailed us, and told us we gotta keep going.
Yeah, they said keep going because the best is yet to come. And we were like, what do you mean? I mean, Playa Bonita is nice, but it's wavy. We were looking for calm beaches. Well, a 10-minute walk up the beach, and you're about to see what we're looking at right now. It is perfection, isn't it?
Anna!
Yeah, this is nice.
Trevor.
Oh, hey.
I don't speak very well.
Oh,
in English,
how are you?
But my boyfriend, yes.
Hi, Pat.
I'm Pat.
Hi, Trevor.
Trevor.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, we have the camera on. I hope that's okay. We were
Yeah, sure. It was funny, guys. We go, looks like them. And we've watched lots of your videos.
Nice. Where are you guys from?
Yes.
Montreal.
Montreal.
Actually, Rod and up north
Yes.
from.
Nice, fellow Canadians.
Yes.
Yeah,
How long have you been here?
just a week. But
Yeah.
we're here for a month
nice.
to buy.
Dubai. Oh,
Yes.
that fits in because we've been talking
actually
about.
First.
Yeah.
First.
Kind of the theme of this video is why everybody is moving to Las Terrenas. So
Yeah,
here we go. We
and
have
here we
people
go.
actually moving here.
And this is completely random.
Yeah, this is not planned.
We were here like a month and a half ago for a month,
Yeah.
and we sold our house the day before we left.
Wow.
It's always the plan, but we had
Nice.
finally let down the offer. So
Yeah,
Nice. Well, it's cool to meet you guys.
yeah.
we love it when you guys stop and say hello to us, and we just happen to have the camera this time. Very convenient. And also funny that they happen to be buying a place. But off topic, this is why we walked over this way. Look at this. It's
I
actually
know.
a little bit windier today than it normally is. I think it's usually like super quiet and dead here.
Well, hopefully this gives you guys a better idea of the different kinds of beaches here in Las Terrenas. It really does have everything. You have beaches like this. I mean, this is like a pure lagoon. I mean, do you not want to come through the camera right now and just go sit in that, swim in that? It's unbelievable. And then where we just came from, you can do water sports on the big waves.
So a few minutes ago, you guys might have noticed a few drone shots. It was the first time ever flying our brand new drone. You might recall from a couple of videos ago, we crashed our old one, but we did manage to buy a new one.
I know. We have to thank everybody for their concerns, though.
Yeah, lots of people messaged us, tried to suggest places we could get it fixed. We ended up going and buying a new one, and we'll probably try to get the other one fixed at some point. But man, this place is just gorgeous. You should maybe fly it again.
Yeah, we'll give you guys a look
Yeah.
at what it's like up there right now.
Yeah.
about Las Terrenas is you can get around on one of these. We're on an ATV right now, and it's a super unique thing to do here, right?
It is not even an ATV, you can do it UTVs. We did that recently in the Endless Adventure video. They came to visit us, and we rented a UTV for a day. Also, obviously, motorbikes and cars are totally acceptable.
There is lots of traffic, of course, so you gotta watch out. Keep your eye on the road, and there's dogs and chickens around, so it's always a lot of fun. So right now there's actually a traffic jam up here. I'm not sure how this is gonna work. Oh, they're gonna make it.
So one of the absolute best things about renting an ATV to get around is that you can kind of go off-road on beach paths and drive literally right down to the beach and have a view like this. Not
Yeah,
bad, right?
that's incredible.
Also, apologies to our mothers who are probably watching this right now. Getting helmets here is just not a thing. It's not an option, so we don't really have a choice in the matter. Nobody wears helmets on ATVs. Maybe if you were going like on an off-roading expedition or something, they'd probably give you helmets for that, but in general, it's not a thing. It just means you have to drive extra safely.
All right, so the big question is, how much does something like this cost if you're coming to Las Terrenas?
We checked around at a lot of places. We actually went for a size up, so there's a smaller, I guess less powerful ATV. It's $50 a day. This one was $60, but we ended up renting it for I think a couple of weeks, so it took it down to I think it was below $40 a day that we ended up.
Yeah, you can always negotiate here in the Dominican Republic and Las Terrenas, of course. So just keep that in mind. I find Dominicans are always up and expect some kind of a negotiation, but if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. Of course, there's going to be a bit of back and forth. You just have to be in the mood to do it.
So if you happen to be moving to Las Terrenas, we'd highly recommend looking into purchasing one of these. It just makes getting around so much easier. In general, Las Terrenas isn't that big, but it's kind of spread out. We were just over in Playa Bonita in the last scene, and getting to this part, which is on the other side of town, takes a good 20 minutes and definitely not walkable.
For us, we consider this the best way to get around the town as well. We feel like it's also the safest. I know there's motos that you can do, but we don't feel comfortable on a regular motorbike. You can weave in and out of traffic on a moto. But this, I feel like, is the perfect solution if you need a vehicle here. Of course, you can get a car as well, a small car, but it gets pretty tight in town. We're gonna take you into town now and you'll kind of see what I mean. We're on our way to get something to eat, but there's another traffic jam here. Yeah, it gets pretty crazy. Hopefully now you can see that the roads get pretty tight here and they can get congested. So having the ATV is really helpful, but we've just made our way over to this kind of parking lot area where there's little food trucks. We've been here before actually in the Endless Adventures video trying some empanadas, but this time we are trying some poutine. That's right, Quebecois poutine. You can see the fries back there cooking up in some oil. This is gonna be good.
There is a wide range of different types of foods that you can get here at all the different restaurants. Obviously you can get Dominican food, but there's a big European influence here, and we're gonna talk about that a little later in the video. There's a lot of French people, a lot of Italians. It means there's lots of French and Italian bakeries and cafes around as well.
Well, look what we did. We ordered two of these, I'm not sure why. But this one is the classic poutine, straight out of Quebec. These guys are from Quebec, that's why I say that, but it actually has real cheese curds in there. This one is a very creative one. It has some hot dogs and onions, and of course cheese curds as well. I swear to you guys that we only eat poutine about once every 2 years, so this time we're doing it all for the video, just to show you what you can get here.
So I'm gonna start with this interesting one that has the onions and hot dogs in it. I'm gonna get some cheese in there as well. Of course there's gravy all over the top and French fries. This is definitely not healthy, as Trevor just said, but we don't do this very often.
It's not gonna be our healthiest day, is it?
No. This is really good. I never would have thought to put hot dogs on poutine. Adds a little bit of smokiness, a little bit of protein in there. The onion's really good. Obviously onions and gravy go great together. And the cheese curds are excellent. They are super squeaky, which is exactly what you want in a cheese curd.
I'm gonna try the classic one here. Look at that. Look at the size of that bite. Wish you guys could smell this. That is some good poutine. The only place I've ever had poutine this good is in Montreal. We did that, I think it was last summer. Maybe we'll link to it in the video so you guys can check it out, because they make some good poutine in Montreal. But they also make some great poutine here in Las Terrenas. This is classic. The classic cheese curds, that's the secret. Then you have the soggy fries. Perfect way to go. I could eat this all day. Instead, we still have things to show you, so we'll just jump to the next scene right now. Wow. Oh.
Does it get any prettier than this? There's like this winding river that goes into the ocean, all these palm trees around. There's also some villas and apartments, maybe they're condos, I'm not quite sure. But beautiful view. You can't see behind you, but there's like this huge complex there that hooks right onto this. Lucky them.
Well, speaking of condos and villas, there are so many of them along the beach here. As we are driving down this road, you can see a variety of houses. They are all right next to the beach. I'm willing to bet you might have even clicked on this video because you're interested in purchasing down here, buying a property, buying a house.
If that is your intention, just know that we are not real estate agents and definitely not experts. We've never bought anything here. So if anything that we tell you today is all based on our own research. If something you want to do, you can obviously find there's loads of real estate agents down here.
There's tons.
You shouldn't have any trouble finding one. But there are also loads of condos, loads of villas, lots of stuff for sale.
So many.
We've heard that prices have gone up significantly over the last couple of years, but it still seems really, really cheap. I was just looking online the other day just to get an idea. I found some condos that were already built that were started at the low 100s and going up from there. That was for like a studio type thing away from the beach. But when you get along the beach or closer to the beach, I even found some in development that were 150 for a 1-bedroom, going up to like 250 for a 2-bedroom.
We've seen some pre-constructions even cheaper than that. So these are all US dollars. Now, of course, the same principles apply to anywhere else in the world. The closer you are to the beach, to the playa, the more expensive it is. But because this town is just really unique and interesting, if you have one of these ATVs, you can get around easy. It changes the game. You can live not on the beach and still get to any one of these amazing beaches quickly. So one thing we didn't talk about yet is villas. You can probably see one there behind me. This one's right on the beach in a very unique location. And we looked up some villa prices online and they seem to hover or start around $250,000, but that's not for one on the beach. So I want all you guys to leave your best guess below. How much do you think something like that would be in a location like this? Remember, I'm gonna move you this way. There is this beach and this river right here. Wonder how much that place goes for. Maybe we can all go splits. Well, we thought it is time to show you the other reason Las Terrenas is so appealing. Does this not look like Spain or Europe? This is the epitome of a Spanish courtyard. If you just plopped us down right here and blindfolded us and opened our eyes, I'd be like, where am I at? Am I in Sevilla?
I totally would have thought I would be somewhere in Spain. Funny enough, this is not a historic building. We asked someone, and I think they said it's only about 15 years
About
old.
15 years, but
But
this
it definitely feels historic.
Yeah, this is a new find for us. We didn't know this was here. We have a couple other videos on Las Terrenas, but this time we found this little place, and there's a little happy hour spot over here called the Garage Bar that we wanted to check out, and of course we wanted to bring you guys along.
My drink has arrived. I went for a sangria, something I almost never order. I have no idea why, because they're really good. But we are in a Spanish-style courtyard. I figured a Spanish-inspired drink is absolutely perfect. By the way, if you're wondering, we actually went back to our apartment, got changed, cleaned up from the beach, and walked over here. And I know we mentioned that it's great to have a vehicle because things are spread out, but we are staying in town, and when you are in the center of town, things are quite walkable. I think it was about a 5-minute walk from our place to this spot right here.
I ended up going for a Cuba Libre. This is a drink I've not had here yet. It's a rum and coke. It's very popular here in the Dominican Republic. But one of the things that we find when you come to places like this, really the place we're at right now, is you start to meet people that have been coming here for 5 or 10 years, and they start to talk about change. And this place has changed a lot, I guess, in the recent years. And the question that always comes up is it for better or for worse? There's a lot of development happening in this small little town. You can see it when you drive around, and there's lots of empty lots where there's new construction starting. So a lot of people say it's not good that this place is getting so popular, but a lot of other people say it is good, it's prosperous, so a lot of people are coming here, it's great. So we're curious what you guys think. If there's anyone watching from Las Terrenas, or sorry, not from Las Terrenas, but live here or come to visit quite often, I'd be curious to know what you guys think of the development and the change over the years.
I think some of the main concerns that people have with the town growing quite so quickly is to do with infrastructure, water, electricity, too much traffic, all of that stuff. What we have found, just talking to people in general, a lot of Americans, a lot of Canadians, and a ton of Europeans are moving here. Europeans have been coming here for years, and I think it's more recent that Canadians and Americans have actually found it. But in a previous video, we've actually done a bunch of previous videos, but one of them, we visited an Italian market, we visited a little French cafe, we visited an Italian cafe. It's so unique. I don't know where else in the Caribbean, really, that you can find something like this.
I don't think there is.
Yeah.
But now, I think there's a flight that you can get now from Miami to Samana.
We've heard a lot of people this week, I think it was just announced, so by the time you're seeing this, it would be somewhat recent news, that American Airlines, I think, now has a flight from Miami to Samana, so that's a big deal.
That could change a lot of things.
It could.
Well, that's going to do it for today's video. If you got this far in the video, we're curious if you're thinking about moving here or at least coming here for a long period of time. Also, If you don't know who we are, I'm Trevor, this is Hannah, we're the Delightful Travelers. Click the like button, click the share button, leave us a comment, let us know what you think.
And also don't forget about Surfshark. All that information is below in the description.
So we also have a Q&A coming up about everything you want to know in the Dominican Republic. If you have a question about that, not just about Las Terrenas or Samana, anywhere in the Dominican Republic, leave us a comment below, but first say something like, question for the Q&A, so we know.
So we know that you're not just asking a question that you want answered right away, but you want it to be in the Q&A. Also feel free to email us or DM us on all the platforms, Instagram, Facebook, whatever your preference is.
Coming up next, you're going to see where we're living here in Las Terrenas for the next couple of weeks. We can't wait to show you that, but for now we're going to enjoy this. Look behind me. I mean, this is Spain in my opinion at this point. We're going to enjoy it here, but we appreciate you guys getting this far in the video.
All right guys, that's it.
From Las Terrenas, wishing you delightful travels.
See you soon.